What's going on, guys? Welcome back to your pre-market watch list here today. Feeling a lot better, feeling more up and at 'em today. A lot of good stocks moving around this morning. Today so far, we've traded JG, HUSN, currently in a play with UAVS and a play with AMTX. The day's up to $5,800 green so far, so really happy about that. What we're going to be watching is AMTX for sure. Our next short that we're looking at on AMTX is going to be at the price of 470. So essentially when this move gets up to 470, we're probably going to try to add more short here on this move and look for us to correct down again. So I think there's going to be a low risk shorting opportunity here around 470 that we'll try to wiggle a short in. And then on UAVS, this one kind of been fighting it today a little bit. We have our long-term, if you look at the screen on the right, UAVS long-term trend is all the way at 630. So we figured on the longer-term charting, we're getting close to resistance. So I thought we would kind of correct and come back down pre-market, or we might kind of push up to 630s and then we get rejected and turn into a short today. So already short 2,500 shares on UAVS, looking for this to continue to come down today off of the 630 resistance. It doesn't have to be a full crash. It could just be a slight pullback, even all the way down to say 570s. But right now we are short UAVS, looking for a corrective move down, and we'll continue to be short bias on AMTX if it goes up to the price of 466 to 470. Now, something that we're going to keep more on the long bias watch today is JG. As many of you guys know probably, this stock has been running pre-market. So this was our long candidate. This is the stock that we traded long today. All the rest were shorts. So we went long JG today and we're short HUSN, UAVS, and AMTX so far. So we do think that JG can continue running. If you were to look at all the daily, if you look at the daily chart and the 4-hour chart, it's well over resistance and we're over previous price action. So this is a stock that we see as a candidate to continue running. There's no long-term daily chart or 4-hour resistance that it would be going into. There's no previous price action resistance that it would be going into. And if you look at this chart here on the right, look at the volume. If you look at the volume from the last time this stock had peaked up here at 530, the volume was 9 million, 10 million. Today it's 11 million pre-market already. So over the course of that whole trading session, only put in about 11, maybe 13, 14 million. We're already surpassed that today pre-market. So the volume today supersedes that, or is far more or far greater than that of the last time it ran up to 5. So this is a situation where the volume also, justifies maybe continued momentum on this. So we'll continue to watch JG long bias today. The volume's good. We're over previous resistance. There is nothing really running into it right now. So this is a situation where we would just be long bias up to intraday targets. So a potential long target would be, back to 663 through 663. Maybe we have a target up to 672. A target as high as 856. Anything over 856 for the time being will be a low risk short. If somehow the stock crashed all the way down here to 240, which it won't, it'd be a low risk long. This is the statistical average. So we'll just be long bias JG for the time being, short AMTX and short UAVS. Looks like UAVS is starting to come back in the way it needs. For those of you that are interested in NEO should have a red day. We're probably going to be a little bit more bear. Not that it should, it might. So NEO has had a solid couple days, maybe more like a week. So we've bounced all the way down here from our initial kind of long potential target, and we've bounced back up to a half standard deviation level at 50.27. And if you look at the daily chart, you're going to be back up to this $50.50 target. So right now we're on a little resistance. So we're either expecting a hesitation day on NEO, or we're going to get a pullback day, or the next day we'll get a pullback. So right now is not a low risk long section. It's actually a higher risk long section because you are susceptible to a pullback. So we're expecting a pullback on NEO, a consolidation day pullback. So we'd be more neutral and or short bias on NEO going into today. All right. Next one on the list is Tesla, because I wanted to cover Tesla. A lot of people are asking about this, and if you guys remember from the other day, we did say that it's a potential sell-off on Tesla coming because we had ran up to our resistance mark of 686, 690. So we anticipated there would be a pullback here on Tesla, which we have gotten. Now, there is really no support on Tesla for the time being if you're going to dip long until really down here at like 612. So I'm thinking you could see some bearish movement on Tesla for the time being, even all the way back down towards the $612 price point. Okay. And I mean, those are really most of the stocks we were paying attention to. Here's another one, just a shout out. PLTR looks like it can continue this long move. If you look at PLTR, looks pretty strong here. Looks like it's gonna probably go long bias a little bit more. So if you want to do long swing or look for something with momentum, looks like a pretty well-defined flag pattern there on pennant on PLTR, which is just crossing through its daily regression trend. So could signal a big squeeze coming there with PLTR. Next one is NVDA. If you look at NVDA, we just started to swing long NVIDIA with the potential price target as high as 580 to 595. We've just been consolidating sideways. We haven't really been able to break up, but we haven't been able to break down. We're looking at NVIDIA to continue long, maybe back up to 595. So we started to swing long. Right now, stop loss will be below 500. So we have a $60 price target to the upside with a $30 stop. So right now, the risk to reward is a 1 to 2 on the swing. We started 25 shares. We'll add more if we want. But that's pretty much about it, ladies and gentlemen. So we're doing well in the day, up $6,100 green. And open a new swing trade. Everything's going well. So hopefully this day keeps grinding. We're at 100% accuracy so far with all the trades. Haven't lost any trades, or just really haven't lost on the tickers we've traded. So that's good. So overall, super, super happy with the day, over 6,000. You know, if this keeps going well, maybe we'll hit a $10,000, $15,000 day. I have no clue. Maybe we'll hit a $0 day. Maybe I'll give it all the way back. I have no idea. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, guys, take care. See you in the next one.